Hi everyone, I'm Echoes and I'm a VTuber, and I'll be reacting to episode 24 of Gundam Witch from Mercury titled, May All Blessings Find Their Way to You, I'm Wishing It. Sorry for the delay for this because I just got back from my vacation yesterday, so I'm finally able to record properly. I was thinking about it during my vacation about whether to record when I was on my vacation, but I was like, man, I'd be so scuffed. Ugh. So, appreciate your patience for anyone who may have been waiting. And otherwise, I was able to watch this episode with everyone else in the Discord server. So I'm really glad that we were able to experience this episode together. But anyway, as for this actual reaction, I'll be working on this now. And then afterwards, I'll be releasing some other videos later to kind of explain my plans I have for later and other shows I want to cover and stuff like that. I have a lot of things I have in mind, but for now, we'll focus on this reaction first. So thank you so much, and let's get started. So in the beginning, we pretty much have, right after last episode, we had Eri, who was pretty much super damaged because of the laser beam. You see that they're trying to prepare for the next blast, because, you know, they're just assholes, right? And like, oh, we're gonna fight you until the very end, ha ha ha, evil villain stuff. And then we have Soletta trying to get Eri to respond to her, but she's kind of AFK because damage. Damaged suit means that Eri is also damaged. Then you see here is Guel and Felsi are together. Thankfully, they're both alive. And Soletta dealing with a lot of the high permit backlash right now. So she also kind of shuts down in a way too. Skip the opening for now. And then we get pretty much she, let's see. So the broken arrow is brought in. And then the Calibrin's brought in. You can see that Soletta still has the permit marks open, on her, invisible on her face. See, the Haro's investigating. It says spread of information, thermology, entropy confirmed. Probably related to heat. Reached low where body is under threat. So you're pretty much saying the permit is harming her body, has negative side effects and stuff. They're still checking on Eri, but she has to make sure that Eri's okay. And then here's where this dude right here said it was probably from interplanetary laser transmitter system. Very much a laser, right? So interplanetary laser, trying to kill them all. Means it'll take some time to recharge, yep. And then they have a little bit of time. You see that the fortune teller lady is going to make some tea. And then what happened to Soletta? Then Prosperity doesn't explain anything. Her body is damaged. And Elan's like, we gotta go. But the others got captured by the other people on Quiet Zero. You can choo-choo, and then that dude. And they're like, we gotta surrender because they got the upper hand now. Any violation, further attacks is violation of law. After violating principles of peace, then our group has no legs. So they pretty much have no say here. The Assembly League will be acting justly here. Then Eric didn't respond to her. And then currently these dudes, we're going to shift the arrows controls to Calibrin so you can at least do something. So it's good to see that these guys chipping in a bit more because Nika usually did all the work. Spent plenty of time working on the aerial too. You see that the key charm is picked up by Lotta, who pops in right here. Is I haven't forgiven you. Dun dun dun. It's like, Lotta, but if you don't come home with my brother, I'll forgive that even less. So you can only, even though he was pretty dumb before, for all of his pretty much just fight with his brother that could have led to both of them being killed and everything, but somehow he's like, it's his way of saying, what's the word? That you better come back safely. Just words it weirdly. You can see that, see Calburn's moving off now. And then go head straight to the quiet 0. And then you can see that they're surrounded by the Space Assembly League ships or suits. But they're like, how can I defeat these people? And then Turk, please return quiet 0, focus on your duties. So he has to go back. Then they give me a transmission saying, okay. We have no orders to engage them. So they're kind of just there just to look pretty, I guess. When I get caught in that thing's line of fire, yeah, that makes sense. So he's like, I don't want to get you killed, but also I wasn't told to do anything, so I'll just stay here. Laser transmission system. So speed infrastructure front. Yeah, they're just hiding that as a weapon. Call out for military use. Hand over aerial. Told you, right? So it cares about everyone. She wants to save everybody. And you see that now Caliburn and I believe Gual, I think? Or mostly it's just Stiletto here. She's here with Aka Ariel. So they enter from the top into the quiet 0 transmission chamber. Everyone seems to be okay. And then Mother says that, if you connect the cord, then Ariel wake up again. But now please click Ariel to quiet 0. You see that her mom still manipulated her to the end, right? He's like, what's wrong? But she refuses because she wants to do things her own way. I won't hand Ari to you. Listen to me. Then Lady Prosper talks about her body being paralyzed as a side effect of the permit score use or the gun technology, whatever way to put it. You have to put a good act, but her legs have been useless for a while, which makes sense. It is from infection. But still, I don't care about that. We're getting a werewolven by gun in her freedom. All of us can find happiness in some way. So that is her wish, right? So if you care about Ari, you can move forward too. That's her question. But in a way, yeah, Celeste says that she's wrong. And her mom's like, what? I don't want to lose you. Nor does Ari want to lose her either. So she's going to find another solution. So instead, she activates the Caliburn instead and takes on the high permit score stress. And who needs this quiet 0? So, but the funny thing is, even she says that she's actually using it to amplify her abilities. You can't handle it. We could see that she is actually able to, even if only temporarily, because of that white. And then we get the return of Elan number 4. I was so happy when this moment happened because, like, he's always been my favorite character, and he really is giving huge Marita Cruz vibes because of him appearing right here. Though there's other characters who appear too, but like, just him being the one to sort of lead the way for Soletta and everyone else. It's sort of the type of thing that makes me happy because he had such a short life. Even like he died in like the first season after episode 6 or 7. So it's just nice to have him back again, even if he's only sort of like a memory in a way, or it's hard to tell whether this is a memory or soul of him, but still, it brings me a lot of joy. Are you in trouble again? And you can tell he's not Elan number 5 because he doesn't have the cape. The organoid archive enhanced humans is integrated inside, which is interesting. I'm not sure why it's in the Caliburn, but okay, I guess. Guess that means I'm like her, yeah. I'm sorry. Elan, it was my fault that yeah, because he died a really sad death. But he says that I don't regret dueling with you. And on the contrary, I am sorry instead, because he couldn't meet her like I promised. So he really did value the promise that he made with her back then. But he couldn't fulfill it because he was incinerated. But he still found that meaningful, and I'm really glad that his state of mind was recorded probably just when he reached that high permit score. Yeah, and she's glad too because they're able to finally meet again in a way here. And let's begin. This is a really unicorn moment right here. All over the rainbow, right? And you can see that this rainbow, rainbow glow. I think someone was commenting about it on Reddit or Twitter, but initially, last episode, we thought it was No Tret who was the one who did the rainbow wave. But someone said that it actually could be Elan number 4, because since he's like airy, he would also benefit from the Quiet Zero's actions, because he doesn't have a body anymore. But in a way, he's represented by this rainbow, which is really nice. It's also a callback to Unicorn, where I think the final episode or OVA is called Over the Rainbow or something similar. It's a nice way to show that, and also maybe representative of pride too. You see that they go out now of Quiet Zero. And they're able to use, in a way, their special powers together. And you can see that Ares activated again, somehow. Don't know how, but I guess being in that Quiet Zero area helped, I guess. You see all the Relpachads that you can choose for yourself. You have a place where you belong. And this is what you want, or desire to save everyone. I'm a greedy person. There's so much I want to do with Mom and all of you. So in a way, she finally is deciding for herself what she wants, which is why Eri here is quite happy with that. Because it's not her mom telling her something to do, it's her deciding for herself. So she has that agency now. And you see that the gun bits are now attaching themselves to the Caliburn to do a different form. I don't know if this form has a name, but it's still pretty cool. And now everything goes to a rainbow color. And then you can see that there's the that permit area. And you can see it spreading over all the nearby area. But it's not from Quiet Zero though. You can see it's just from the mobile suits. It's like a rainbow wave of energy, I guess. Quiet Zero's being targeted again. Everyone run away. Also, her mom too. Don't move, not another inch. But you can see Murray here's like, run for the gun. We just need to rid League of their motives. So as long as the Quiet Zero isn't there anymore, then they'll go away. Lagrange for all citizens. You can see that now Murray is able to spread her voice to everyone. It's kind of like similar to Unicorn, where Banaji was using, in Unicorn was when Minerva Zabi was using the unicorn as a transmitter to transmit her voice and talk about all about Laplace's box and stuff. So there's a nice callback to that too. They can't, in this part, whose voice is that cut it off, but they can't because it overrides everything else. But this is the moon. But our group has submitted its papers of dissolution and liquidation, so it means that they gave up all their assets. As was the case of Grassley, all the group's assets will be sold or merged with Earthian corporations per mutual agreement. In addition, we've received evidence that the League's High Council colluded with Grassley Defense Systems and was complicit in the recent attacks. The evidence was received along with Shadiq Zenali's written confession. And we promise to make it public. As always, I can never compete with you. You can see Shadiq here, in a way, got what he wanted in the end, even though he's in prison. And then this dude right here from Dawn of Full breaks the flash drive, because they probably don't need it anymore as a whistleblower. Because the whistle's already been blown already. See that the old ladies from Pale are so mad. Murine, ooh. And then you can see that this guy is so poor. What about her assets? Elan's like, no, and the original Elan's like, oh, she sold everything. Oh, I resigned. Wish I could read it. I can't really see. It's just I could only read like my resignation. Thanks for everything. I'm sick of all you. And something. Let's see. I'm curious. Can't read. So different. Thank you for everything. All of you, and am quitting Pale. Best wishes, Elan. He's been headhunted by someone else. I'm tired of being on the Pale Grace leash anyway. See, the women are all shocked. It's not over yet. We're going to shoot this laser. Of course, because of course they will. Recharge is still underway, so they have a little bit of time. No. And then Soletta will stop them all, because she's able to go to the high permit score. And you can see from that she's able to activate the Ferract and the Shorzet. Because all these are the ones that are able to do use the gun technology that currently still exists. Truly is over the rainbow. So in a way, they're using their permit score energy together. Because you can see Quad Zero isn't doing it; it's just kind of there. It's really really the mobile suits doing all the work, which is amazing. It shows how powerful they are. And you can see it goes through the laser and shuts it down. You can see the lights dimming. Laser transmission system has been overridden. Firing phase has been shut down. You can see the lasers still have their mouths open. She actually executed score 8. You can see anyone who's touched the permit has been sort of in the air. You can see that. You see Nerea and Sophie still here, which is a nice callback of seeing them. You can see Elan right here is really happy to see them. And then you see like they're all together, a group of 4. Scylla is only one capable of raising Ares' score. That must be it. And you see that Elnor is speaking with her husband Nadim right here, because he's connected by permit. Come home to the children. He's like, how? It's like the new type resonance, right? But permit score resonance, like resonance instead. You made us all proud. That was the lady there, and isn't it still too early for her to come here? So it's in a way, it's like the afterlife. You've done enough, haven't you? And you see here, they're in a way in a memory, because you can see the Lefrith in the background. I can never forgive myself. I lost Nadim, Dr. Cardo. I lose Ari too. And you can see Soletta here saying, I'm proud of you, Mom. You called everyone here from the aerial, didn't you? For Ari's sake, you chose the future over revenge. Even if everyone objects, if they say it's wrong, you have my support. Your choice has my support. You can see that Soletta still supports her mom, but you can see she's no longer as obedient as before. And you see here is when she sees Ari again, her mask comes right off. And she sees her, and she's the one she wants to see the entire time. Because even though communicating through a mask is not the same as seeing like a physical form, even a memory form. And you can see Ari say, I want to stay with Soletta from now on. And also stay with her mom too. So she's just happy just to see her child again. And here she apologizes. Apologizes to Ari and Soletta. Because now Quad Zero is breaking apart on the fundamental permit score level. Because there's a permit score amplifier, it makes sense as made of permit too. Permit is breaking apart at the particle level, and you can see all the machines that can use permit are disintegrating. You can see that Scylla is reaching out for Ari here in the aerial, even when she's being disintegrated. Her mech is being disintegrated into particles. And Quad Zero is gone. And then we have, you see here, the little keychain glows, which is kind of super cute. We'll understand why later. And then you can see that Mirene reunites with Soletta, and she was really worried about her. But once she's able to speak again, she's like so happy because she thought she died too. Right here. You see that she's waking up? She's like, I'm so glad. You see her, she still has such a happy face. You idiot. And then we get a time skip 3 years later, where you get pretty much the proper finale. We see Nika coming out of a facility with the other Earthian house members. She got certified, probably as a technician or a mechanic, correction. And she has to do both school and work. And Choo Choo is currently helping Roji right here, which is kind of funny. They're helping, probably doing some maintenance. Her face is so derpy. And then you can see Elan number 5 trying to find that scene. And he's like, you could have at least put down where it was, because his hair grew a lot longer. And I'm kind of surprised his hair didn't return to his natural color, but I guess I just kept it the same, I guess. And then Mirene is like, why did he lie? So in a way, Flight Control was one thing, Quiet Zero was not your crime. So in a way, Shadiq took the fall for Quiet Zero too. So he's taking the blame for a lot of things. And that was something that he decided to do a long time ago. Arlene Quinn Harbor, yeah. Making up things for both of us. Or for both, yeah. So in a way, they had their sins, and he's going to be on trial now. I'm off then. Thank you, Mirene. Goodbye. So what I like about this is how it shows his determination to kind of move on from Mirene, and also be able to, in a way, cut proper ties from now on. You can see that Mirene has that connection with Eri, which is still super cute. Not being honest with yourself. Wish you listened to your sister-in-law's advice. See that the red keychain's glowing. You sure remind me of your mother. And then you can see, as people expected before, Petra will be the tester for Gundam Inc., which is really good. You can see she has mechanical legs. And Lauda's going to be by her side, which is really cute. Can't lie, my pink brother forever. Well, see you soon. I see Sarah's here. Grateful that you bring me new business, but I hope you stay open, didn't I? Haha, I'm helping you, so you got to pay me back in some way. And then you see these are all the Juturk people. And then you see Cecilia's right here too. I don't even know who they're working for. I don't know if they're working for the assembly or something. I don't. It's kind of unknown who they're working for, but whatever. I'm the one who drew up the documents. We're not getting much money, are we? But you want to rebuild your company, right? You'll do anything. You can see his face is like, oh my god, this lady. President Juturk. And then you see the vehicle, the permit vehicle, and then you see Shadiq's harem right here. You can see that they're all helping Mirene, which is quite nice. And then you have the stuff about the racism. But this woman is just really glad that Mirene is being there for them and speaking with them in person and addressing their concerns if possible. Banner group assets we distributed. They'll be scooped up by space again. Public hearings into former better manager resumed this year. So in Quinn Harbor still raised to back care of the next round. So there's still a lot of work to be done. See that the Pale Lady's retired. Wonder if that was the right move. You can see that they start a school on Earth, I think. There are many right moves as there are individuals. We all make mistakes at some point. But we have to keep doing whatever we can. In the future as well. Then you see Soletta here with her mom and playing with the children, which is really cute. Nice touch you see is that she still has the scars of the permit use. You can see here that Mirene has their engagement ring on. Gonna make a school here. Yep. And then you can see that Soletta also did the same thing as her mom did, which was the the harm on her body because of the permit use. But it looks like because she was younger, she was able to recover a bit better. Gradually regained control of my body. My mom likes it here too. And you can see her mom still didn't recover use of her legs, so she's in a wheelchair. I don't get what's so great about living in the countryside. I don't get how you even exist. I know, right? It's not like I do either. But the one who transferred us from the aerial that day was definitely Siletta herself. Something only you can do, which is kind of cool. You see here that Siletta has her ring as well. You can see there. And then you see everyone else with them. Let's go home. And I'm hungry. Me too. So in the end, it's truly a happy ending. So where the story concludes, and then we get the last final illustration. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched my reactions. I'm glad that I was able to get this reaction up. Even if it's a bit late, I'm glad I was able to finish because this series has helped me in a lot of ways, helped me meet lots of people, and just sort of helped me grow a little bit too. So I'm really grateful for all the joy and all the comments and everything. It's brings me a lot of joy into my heart, and I hope I'll continue to do reactions. So whenever the next hot show that's mecha related, maybe if it's decent, I'll consider covering it. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for watching. I'll be covering a proper review of Gundam Witch from Mercury later, because this really isn't the place for it. It's mostly just a reaction right here. But I'll try my best to break things down a little more fundamentally then. And yeah. Also, one last thing is that if anyone has any comments they'd like to include in a final review of Gundam Witch from Mercury, just feel free to comment them, and I'll try to include them in the review itself. Because it'll be one of my favorite things to make, a PowerPoint. I'm still not good at video editing, so and also I can make diagrams and charts a little bit, so that'll make my life easier. So anyway, thank you so much, and I guess as it says here, thank you so much for watching the show until the very end. It's been quite a while and quite a journey. And yeah, on to the next show, and whenever the next Gundam comes out, I'll probably cover that whenever it does. So yeah, thanks to you so much, and see you next time.